That was my name when I was in the service. And my role was originally going in as a nurse working in the base hospital, and then I was posted to Butterworth for doing the aeromedical evacuations from Butterworth into Vungtau. It was a RAF Air Force base, and from there we would do medevacs, evacuating the wounded soldiers from Vungtau back to Butterworth, where they'd be taken to the hospital. The hospital was a tin shed, and they would be then reassessed, and they would then be cared for overnight, and then we would go the next morning, reload them, and then take a long trip back in a very big rough aircraft where at times we lost heating and there was ice on the floor. It was very primitive. We were flying in a Hercules C-130, which was a very big aircraft. There'd normally be about 2 nurses and medical orderlies working with us, and we were there to comfort and give them the best quality care that we could on their flight, as a registered nurse as well. It was a flying hospital. With the American Air Force, we did carry Vietcong, as well as the Koreans, as well as the Americans, mostly Marines, straight off the battlefield. It was our duty. We were there as nurses, not as combative people. We treated everyone with the best quality care, dignity and respect that we could give them. On one of those occasions we landed, and they were army soldiers that we were bringing back, and the plane had some difficulties and it couldn't fly out that night, and the army insisted that we actually take Australian casualty straight back to Australia, and that we would have to actually put the soldier into a Dakota, fly to Saigon, and from there we boarded a Qantas aircraft at the Royal Australian Air Force expense. I had a doctor with me, and they took up 6 seats, and we came back to Australia in first class Qantas, and we were given the royal treatment by the staff. That was quite an adventure on its own, very different. Now, I had worked in intensive care, and I'd recently widowed too, so normally they wouldn't accept me, but they were very keen to get the young sisters out of the hospitals that had been working with critical care. So they just rushed me in. Nobody can be prepared to go into a war situation. You can never prepare anyone for war. And so it was a very overwhelming feeling, and as much as you try to appear confident and self-assured, it was very nerve-wracking for us all. But we had a lot of camaraderie amongst us, and we'd get together and could talk, and we always knew the nurses we were flying with on the Australia medevacs. Camaraderie is a mutual trust and friendship among people who spend a lot of time together.